and welcome back to the Gun Locker. I am your host, Gunshin V2, and today, I've finally had enough of this guy not being able to move forward and back. So, I have this here, which is from my old controller. I do believe that this board still works. I had no problems with movement. I had a problem with the buttons, and this isn't the button board. The button board is this here. As you can see, let's see if I can find it and then show you guys. There's some corrosion. Won't do it. My autofocus isn't working on this. Anyway, there's corrosion here on my fingers. You can see all that white on the board. There was some corrosion other places, and then you can see, like, over here, I don't know if it's going to focus, but it's discolored at this. There it goes, at the top button. So it looks like there's a little bit of a burn there. So that's what was wrong with this guy. So after taking it apart, I figured out that that there was some more issues that I didn't notice beforehand. So what I'm going to do now, I'm letting this heat up, my soldering iron, and here I'm going to take off. It's connected via wires. There's a little screw attached to this magnet here. It's attached to the bumpers here, to the triggers, like that. And the signal goes down through the cables for the triggers and comes down to your board here. And it also has them for the bumpers. Now, I'm not really good at what I'm about to do, but I finally had enough. Now, there are two fixes that I can do. One fix is fairly simple. Is I take this screwdriver here and I pry here. There's a little notch in there. I don't know if it's going to focus on this, but there's two notches on the top. Let's see if I can get it to focus. See how there's two holes? It's right there. And what you do is, I watched another video on how to do this, is that you come in and you just gently stick your screwdriver in there and you gently pry this out. And then inside of here, see, I got it open just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. But inside of there, there's a sensor. It's a little round disc that you can take out and that I can replace into this controller. As you can see, like, I've been playing for the last month without screws in this. So I can adjust my stick because I've been having problems with it. So, set this aside. Set it right there. Now for this, here is where the more intricate part comes in. I gotta, of course, battery pack is what's holding it in, holding it together right now. Take that out, and then this will come out freely, like so. In the back here, there are several screws, as you can see. I don't really need to concern myself too much with these. So my original thought was I was just going to replace the board, but as I'm looking at this, I realized that my rumblers are supposed to be attached to it, and I threw those out. Actually, I think I might still have them, but I don't have them right now. So, what I can do is replace those sensors in my left stick. See, and there's multiple screws that are holding this in place. Ooh, that's dirty. There's something stuck, some crap stuck to my tape. Compressed air, always good. So, what I need to do is I need to take this out. I'm trying to make sure that there's only these two screws that are holding in this board. What I can do is I can leave it like this and I can try to get the sensor in. Another thing that I was thinking of, let me first, I'm going to take off these, these triggers here real quick. This is really, really hot. Be careful if you're gonna try to attempt this. So I need to find out which side is actually hot. Okay, I found it. You don't need too much. Light little touches just to move the solder and loosen the connections. I already got one wire free. And then you do the same for the other one. Just light little touches. You don't want to leave this on the board for too long, or else you're going to damage the board, and that is, of course, no bueno. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to take these off over here. On this side, I'm actually going to set this down, see what I'm doing. Actually, no, I'm just going to see if I can hold it. Alright, that's one. And that's two. Just quick, easy, simple. Now this is free. Now I have just my board. Alright. You've been watching plenty of videos, and you'd want to have a little bit of water nearby, which I have here. I need a container for it, which isn't a big deal, because when you're done with this, you're going to want to cool it off. And one of the best ways to do that is to just give a little tap in water. So here I have my tweezers, and I should be able to get this one open enough for me to replace my sensor. Now you have two sensors. You have one for forward and back, like this, which is the one on the side here. This one here on the side, that's forward and back, and this one down here is left and right. And you can tell, like, you can't really see it on the video, but if you take apart your controller and you look, the bottom one spins left and right, and then this one on the top goes forward and back, like this, forward and back. All right. So now, if I really wanted to, which this is the best way to fix this, would be for me to unsolder all 14 of these pins. I believe there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, wait, man. No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. So all these right here, all including these two that look like they're not part of it, are part of it. Two sides. You can see that these two on the far end over here are actually part of your controller. So this is the way that the controller sits, like this. This is how you play it, right? Like that. So, and I also have two additional sensors down here that I can take off and I can put in to this controller as well. So I'm going to do the quicker fix, and I'm going to just use the sensor and see if that helps the game, if that helps my sticks. That's the quickest way that I can do this, the safest way that I can do this, without actually having to solder my working controller. Because the thing is that if I actually do this and I fail at the soldering and reconnecting this board, and now this board going here, actually it's not that hard. I can do it fairly simply, actually. I mean, it's only got 4 wires. I have extra solder here to connect the wires. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, considering that I'm sitting on my bed and I have to lean forward like this to go to my computer. But you know, it's just annoying. If I was sitting at a desk, this would not be as difficult as it is. A desk or a freaking table. I mean, either or. I mean, it would be a lot easier just to do that. Anywho, so here we got this, and now I'm going to finish opening this sensor here, and I'm going to remove it. And for that, I have tweezers. So I'm going to pry this open just a little bit more, and I'm going to grab the sensor that's inside, or attempt to grab the sensor that's inside. I could probably just remove this in its entirety and just call it a day, but it's not the way that I was shown. It's not that I was shown, but it's not the way that I saw in the video. So I'm just going to see if I can actually see the sensor, so I can remove it. Okay, I actually do see the sensor, which is pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can grab it. Sorry if I'm doing this a little bit off camera. I have to bring it up for me to be able to see. Okay. So in there, see if I get it to focus by bringing it up close. Try to make sure that this is the only thing in the focus. You can't really see in there, which kind of sucks, but you can see that little bronze in there. That's the sensor that I'm trying to get out right now. So I'm just going to kind of inch it forward. I'm going to take it out, and then I'll show you what the sensor looks like. And you be mindful of how you take it out, because you have to put it back in that same way. And I'm being very, very cautious here, taking out the sensor. Well, I try to take out the sensor anyway, I should say. I do not really have a super thin pair of tweezers, so it's a little bit difficult to get it in there. And I'm not trying to grab the copper connection because I don't want to tear it. I want to grab the plastic backing of the sensor. It's actually really difficult. I'm going to try to hold it down with one finger, and I'm going to try to pull it out. Probably should be recording this, but alright, I got the plastic. Damn it. So these tweezers aren't really working. Backup plan. No, they're missing. Oh, that's very, very unfortunate. I have 3 more pairs of tweezers. I honestly don't know where they went. Since I'm a guitar player, I take really good care of my nails, so I have an entire nail kit. And I have like 3 pairs of tweezers for them. Oh, found a pair. Let's see if these are fine enough and rigid enough for me to get this sensor out. So let's try this again. They are indeed firm enough to grab the sensor. Alright, I got it. This out just a little bit more. I can see it. It wants to come out. It's right there. It's just a little bit stopping it. Okay. So here we go again. This is how difficult it is trying to get it out. I can only imagine how difficult it's going to be getting it back in. I don't want to break it because I can't break the other one. And I have to do this twice, and the other one I have to do it while the controller's still together. So, I don't want to take it apart. I do wonder if I can just pop it off, but trying to keep this board intact in case I need it down the line. It's taking some uber concentration here.
Uber concentration, man. Uber concentration. Oh no! They stole my flux capacitor!
Being a giant pain in my ass right now. That guy must have spent a long time doing this in that video. I figured this would be a quick, like, in and out, but the entire sensor is the entire inner mechanism of the controller, and it's attached to a little stick. Sorry, a little stick on the inside here. So you have to try to wiggle it out off the stick, up and out. And it's also like snapped in. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can. That black centerpiece right there. Let's see if I can actually make this damn thing focus. That black centerpiece kind of has clips in it. But I got the clips free. It's just now a matter of just getting it out, which is proving to be the more difficult task, is getting that sensor out. made progress. I got it real loose. It's like right there. See it? Right at the top there. It's not really focusing. Oh, fuck. There it is. See it? Right over here. Sorry, right over here. It's moving freely, quite freely now. I just have to... Alright. There we go. That, my friends, is the sensor. So, now I got this one out. You remember that there's a little arch in the copper here. I'm trying to make it focus. Damn thing won't focus. It's focusing on me in the foreground. I mean in the background, but it's not focusing on the foreground. Give me a second here. Blah, blah, blah. It's starting to rain now, so I'm gonna shut this. I'll shut that off. I'm trying to see if it'll autofocus, and I may have to just do configure video. The autofocus. Let's see if it'll. I can't really see now because the. Let's do it about right there. Let's see if that helps. Alright. So now it's going to focus up close. Now I understand why I wasn't doing that before, but this is the sensor here. See it? Alright, so let's set that off to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and now it's getting loud and it's starting to annoy me. Bring up the video capture. See, it has no problems focusing. Configure video. Oh, here we go. Let's do autofocus. There we go. Let's come back. Make sure my chat bars are open. In case you guys have any questions. Now, the difficult part begins with removing this sensor that's in here while the controller is still together. And I don't understand why it's fucking doing itself back in the It's fucking annoying. It was just sunny just a couple of minutes ago. Anyway, so now I'm going to take this. I set the landscape too, so now I can bring this up and it's going to focus a lot better. It's supposed to be auto-focusing, but I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to repeat the same process. We're going to open up this sensor side. Open, as you can see. It's not quite as open as far as the other one is, as you can see there, but close enough. What's going on right now? I don't want to fucking break it. It's my only controller. If I break it, then I'm screwed. already I can tell that this sensor is really fucked up. It is so loose. It's, I don't know if you can see that, but it is like so loose, sorry, in there, that it was just spinning by itself. That's not good. Alright, so I got it mostly free right there. You see a little bit of it, and there you can see the rings. So now it's time for me to try to get this bitch out. And it popped right back through. Get that down there. Gotta get a nice firm grip on it too. This one I'm not too concerned. It's already fucked up. So I'm not really too concerned about how gentle I'm being with this one. I just want it out. I just have to worry about that plastic down there. Okay, so I got it out. And I really fucked it up. But there is a pretty clear difference though. Even though I did fuck it up a little bit. There is a clear difference. This is the one from my other controller. Right? So you have this nice shiny material. You know, it's nice and shiny. And then you come over here to this one. Look at that. This sensor is fucking, it's worn the fuck out. There's like nothing left on this. It's completely worn. It's shot. So let's do it side by side here. This is a side by side comparison of the two. This is the one that's going to be going into my controller here. And look at the one that just came out of my controller. Look at this. This is going to be the newer one. And this is the older one. Newer one is so beautiful and nice and shiny. And this one is just, it's just fucked. Alright. Now, since I got the focus working, that right there, see that little hump? That's how I took it out. This hump goes up. Okay? So when I put it back into my controller here, this hump is going to be facing upwards. So the flat part, the flat back, goes to the back on the inside in here. Okay? So you want to put it in, not like how I'm holding it, but reverse, kind of like that. Flat back. So, and a little loop up. So, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so now I'm going to be very, very careful installing this back into my controller. And I apologize for the rain. So let's go ahead and set that down. Let's go ahead and grab. Plastic tools are a lot better than metal tools. Remember that. I just dropped those. If you have plastic tongs, plastic tweezers, or anything like that, plastic tools will be much better for this. Hopefully this works, so that way I can actually put the screws back in my controller. That would be fucking fantastic. So let's go ahead and let's set this up. These actually suck. I need to go grab my other tweezers. And I lost them. I lost my tweezers. Alright. So, I thought I lost that sensor there for a minute, man. No, I was about to be like, oh no. Oh my god, no. I'm going to have to take out another one. I'm kind of shaky. I'm a little shaky here because if this doesn't work, then I just fucked up my controller and I can't use it anymore. So, oh, I didn't show you the back of this. So, ooh, oh no. Gotta be very careful about how I touch that sensor. All right, so on the back of this, there's a little rectangle, and you gotta fit that on the little rectangle peg that's inside that. See that white thing on the controller, and then you snap it all back together. I am a little shaky, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to do this off cam because I have to be maybe I can be a little bit closer. Let's see if I can do this. It's a very small and delicate piece, so I'm trying not to fuck it up at all. It's mostly plastic with a little bit of copper as like a conductor. Alright. Oh. I think I hit it. I'm going to bring it up to me so I can make sure that I got it right before I close it up. Put back the controller and test it out. Gotta make sure it's properly seated inside this little box here. Alright, looks like I got it seated now. Just sitting in there. Now, for the moment of truth, I just have to close up. Yeah, it's seated, it's on there. I just have to close up the... There it goes. Look at that. New sensor, baby. Alright. And because I love you, I'm going to put back together my controller really fast here. And when I say really fast, I mean moderately slow and delicate. And the controller, these prongs in the back here, you gotta make sure that you get them in just right, or else the controller won't seat properly. Right now I'm turning on my Xbox. It was on, but this video took too long. Then what am I going to do? I'm fixing the fucking controller here. Oh, almost forgot my joysticks. I do care. I actually do care which one goes where. What the fuck is my other joystick? Like fell off my freaking. Alright, so oh, I know this is no, this isn't the right one. This is the old ass one. I don't want that one. What the fuck? Oh, okay. here's one. Oh shit! God damn it! So lost another one. All right, so this one, and then this one. All right, so I want this one to go over here. This one's less worn down. My main, well, yeah, this one's more worn down. So I want this one to go here, onto that one. And then this one, I want to go over here, onto that one. I want to close up my controller here. Battery in. This is what holds the controller together for the most part. And now we're going to go, and I want to make sure I got my chats open. So you guys see that I got my controller together. Actually, I do not have my controller together. I messed up somewhere. Yeah, I did. Okay, see, there's a huge separation in the back there. Like right here. You don't want that. So you have to make sure that you properly seat your controller. Like so. So when you put the faceplate on, you want the center button and the rest of your controller, and your buttons to be sticking up further than what they are right now, actually. So I'm trying to figure out where I went wrong. So I'm just going to take my faceplate off again, and I'm going to make sure that I have everything properly seated inside. I'm going to take the back plate off just a little bit, and then, alright, there it goes. Okay. That's what I did wrong. Alright, I didn't push the center in far enough. Okay. So, here we are. I still don't think it's seated properly, but yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a gap. Alright. It does feel a little bit different, though. Alright, controller is on. And I gotta make sure that I'm gonna capture my desktop. I mean, on my desktop, my Xbox. So here we go. I'm gonna change the scene. My camera's going off. I'm gonna go to YouTube. Boom. There we go. Down, up, down and up works really well. Up, look at that. Left and right works. Down, over. Oh my God, did I do it? All right, let's hit Battlefield, and let's try this out. Here, I'm just gonna go into a random match. Conquest, not operations. Operations takes entirely too fucking long to load, and we're going to see what's going on. I'm also going to make sure that my webcam is off. So I'm switching back, and I'm going to deactivate it because it's going to take, it's running in the background, and it's going to be running and taking up space. So I'm just going to go to quick match. Going to go Conquest. Mixed maps, it doesn't matter. I don't really care. I just want to get this game rolling, and I want to see if this is going to work. I'm putting on my headset right now so I can get some sound, because if this works, I'm putting the screws back in my controller, at least a couple of them. And yeah, it's just, see, I'm not just a typical streamer. I can fix shit too, all right? I can fix shit. This thing is still really, really hot. I have to be mindful of that. I can actually probably light my cigarette on it. Oh, well, here's a cigarette. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. So I left my lighter right here. That's on. Oh, wait. No, you can't see it because I have my camera off. Let's see. It's close. It's burning the cigarette, but it's not really igniting the tobacco. Oh, wait, there it goes. Yeah, so it's hot enough to light my cigarette because I just lit my cigarette on it. I just lit my cigarette with my fucking give me a second, I'm blanking on the name of it. On my soldering gun. It is really, really hot. Really, really, really hot. Yeah, there's still there is a pretty sizable gap in the controller. But that's okay. I'll fix it. I just want to see if this actually works. I got 20 fucking battle packs? Jesus. Oh yeah, let's go. It says I have 18 there. What? It threw me into an empty fucking game. You know what? That's actually perfect. No, it's not, because I can't spawn in. What the fuck? Hey, what's going on, dude? I'm just fixing my controller, buddy. If you want, go back. I show you how to fix it. I have an extra board here. Let me go back to my. I'm trying to test my controller right now, since I just fixed it. I'm gonna turn back on my webcam while I look for a freaking match to go into. So we're gonna just go server browser. Not TDM. No. Oh my God, is there no conquest maps up right now? TDM. Let's go sort by players. Conquest. No, there's a bunch of TDMs. There's shock operations, air assault operations, regular. So, like I was saying here, I have, since I got my camera back up and running, let me click OK here. I had this board, my extra board here, and I wound up taking the sensor out of this board on this controller, and I put it in this one. This was the old sensor that I had removed. It is worn to shit. It is broken. It is nasty. It is dead. So if you go back a little bit further in the video, you'll be able to see what the new sensor, well, not new, but the technically new, because this was a controller that was new. This controller that I have, the inner workings of this controller, is almost 2 years old. It was a Battlefield 1 edition controller. This board was less than 6 months old. This one here, and the controller crapped out, and the one from 2 years ago is still working. Go figure. And I'm just pissed. Anyway, let's go down over. I'm trying to find a freaking conquest match, and it doesn't look like there's any fucking conquest maps that are right now. I'm just gonna go base game conquest and see if that actually throws me into a freaking game. So we're gonna hop over to here and test this out. Break my controller. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? Alright, so we're gonna come down over here. And you know what? I'm gonna add my camera in. Right here. Video capture 2. And then I'm gonna click OK. This one here, I'm going to come back and I'm going to deactivate this one. And then I'm going to come over to here and see if it's going to capture, there it is, this one here, so you guys can see what I'm doing. And, oh, no, default. And then audio, capture audio only. I actually don't want it to capture the audio because I don't think it's going to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lower this. Just real small in the upper right hand corner so you can see my controller. You can see the game loading in the background. And I can actually move this wherever I want, so let's go ahead and move it down over here. Right there. Oh, it threw me in the full game. Alright, so I do hear stuff. Oh my god. It's working. It's working. Up, down, left, down, left, right. Oh my god, it's working. So let's go ahead and go to Farquhar. Oh my god, I'm running. I'm sprinting. I'm moving. Oh my god, it's working.
Your wounds, I can fix them.
I accidentally threw a grenade.
First aid, take it.
Yay, it fucking works. Oh my god. It fucking works. Look at that. And yes, I do play with a cigarette in my hand 90% of the time. I will have a cigarette in my hand while I'm playing. I am getting a little bit of pause. Oh, that's a fucking tank. Oh, that's a fucking tank. I can turn and I can sprint in the other direction. I can run, I can slide. Oh, I'm gonna have to readjust my center stick now.
Over there, an enemy tank. Take down first aid.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh my god.
We are losing objective Freddy.
Oh, you fucker. Well, I'm going to say that works. My controller is good. I fixed it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content from Gunshin V2. I just showed you how to fix a controller, especially if you have spare parts. You can actually order these parts, these little sensors. You can actually order these. So, I hope you all have a happy Monday. I will be streaming later as well, some gameplay with my newly fixed controller. Yes. This is Gunshin V2 signing off, and happy Monday, everybody.